Good morning, how the heck are you? Slept pretty well. Got kind of a crazy monsoon wind, but the sleep was good. Barry's out here freezing his tuchus off. It helps. It's kind of like icing it until we get to Irwin for that seat. Evidently, there is a breakfast to literally die for out here in Roan. There's a bakery, does everything themselves. We're gonna get packed up and head that way, see if it lives up to it. I don't even want to enter this into the world, but just maybe a bakery, fresh bagels, has an apple fritter. Now, I know I put it into the world, so I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm saying there's a chance. That's where I'm going with it. What today brings, I don't know, maybe a couple sections. Maybe picking up the bike 19 times, you never know. That's why you tune in. Let's go get some breakfast, start the adventure, hop on the bikes, and we'll be back. All right, fantastic camp night. We got Mountain View Motorcycle Campground. Look at that route. I think officially the city is like Elk Park, right outside the route. Which way we going? Yep, that's cold. That's a cold morning. I think it's about 49 or 50 degrees right now. Fantastic night of sleep. We're gonna run into this bakery that everybody's screaming about and then hop on the SEBDR for day 2. Super excited. Got a lot of cool views coming up today. Definitely a little different look, a little mountain town. It's mountain town cafe. I need some caffeine, need some coffee. Let's go take a look.
What'd you get? Oh, that's all you got?
Yeah, I concluded. I was so happy to get not an apple fritter, but apple turnover. All hand done here. This is gonna be amazing. Got a latte coming out, and I forgot to order my breakfast, so I'll be back. Okay, that's starting delicious. Coffee's on point. That is my bagel sandwich. It looks amazing. Check this out.
Super good.
When I figured that out,
It is a beast of a breakfast burrito. I had a bite. It is to die for. Smoky Mountain Bakery, Roan Mountain. Awesome. We're gonna get after this. Hop on the bikes. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, there we go. First dirt of the day. Might get a little cray-cray. Oh, all right, our first gravel of the day continues, and we are getting super crazy trying to pick a line here. I'm gonna say maybe I picked a successful line. Really super chunky now. Soft as can be. That's throwing the bike around a lot. This is a fun road. So yesterday's ride was super fun. Nothing overly difficult or challenging. I like the technicality getting bumped up here. We're throwing us into some mayhem for day 2. Straight gorgeous. That is stunning. that we gotta check out. Oh my. Crazy freaking windy up here. The whole Appalachian chain. Good governor. Wow. Let's get some pictures. Heck yeah. I'm loving it. Let's see how Luggage is doing. A little loose. Alright, how's this dude looking? You can tell me. Pretty sexy, right? Keeping me warm for today. This is just ridiculous. Been up here a couple times now, and I think, I don't know if we're gonna turn here on the SEBDR, but the other side of this mountain, or possibly our next corner, is gonna be the same as the Transamerica Trail. I don't have the old map, but we've touched this area a little bit before. Super crazy, super gorgeous. Looking forward to a lot more of that today. Let's hit the bikes, let's get crazy. Let's see what type of muck and fuss we can get into. Unbelievable Tennessee spot number 2. So we're at Unaka, all these Tennessee names kill me. Unaka Mountain Overlook, looking down at Beauty Spot. Here is the Beauty Spot, which is directly on the AT. One of my favorite camps out here. This is just stunningly gorgeous. The dirt path over here, you can see it. Once you hit the top, there is the actual Appalachian Trail. As I was mentioning, one of these corners, I think this route is sharing a little bit with the Transamerica Trail, because Barry and I were here when we ran the Transamerica Trail through North Carolina and Tennessee. It was cold. There was ice on the coming out of the dirt. There was ice on all these ridges. I'll cheat, and if I can find it, I'll throw a little drone footage up from the last time I was here. God, that is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm super excited. I got to show you a couple of my favorite places in Tennessee. Unaka Mountain and Beauty Spot. Now, if anybody from Tennessee is watching this, help a guy out. Comment below. Is it Unaka, like I say, or Unaka? To be fair, it's probably the opposite if I say. I'm not extremely good at these Tennessee places. When I hiked through on the AT, the Appalachian Trail, I seem to like mispronounce everything. But either way, I was really happy I got to show you those. Epic views, beautiful. The back country of Tennessee, and I've done a lot of traveling in the US, is really one of my favorite spots. I want to document this. Irwin is going to be Barry's favorite city. He found his butt seat. It has been hurting forever and ever. He bought the wrong one. Hopefully this can fix that. Golden. Consider Barry's butt and seat officially fixed. And get back out here. Yeah, it looks like I was correct about the mileage. The hot spring was a little short, so we did find some gravel, which has been heavily maintained. I really don't know why. There's like loose gravel underneath a crazy amount. He is getting after it. Whew! A loose gravel on top of a ton of crush and run. Like, they've maintained this road for some reason. Gravel going one way, crush and run going the other. And this has been just super crazy. It is loose and soft. A little bitty 200-pound dirt bike getting after it up here on this stuff. Alright, well, this trip into Hot Springs could prove to be a beast. Oop, I'm gonna go right over the only log in the road, because that's how I roll. A lot of water bars, and then embedded rocks in here, and you throw that crush and run on top, the wheel can slide one way and then back the other. The surface is changing constantly.
have to admit, I kind of like when we get into these challenging parts. You know, a mile, a couple miles of them, not an all-day thing, but they are a lot of fun. Pick your line, have some fun with it. Look at that drop off, man. That's just a sheer cliff. A little of this sprinkled in is just a lot of fun on these tracks. Day one really didn't have too much, so this is kind of the third technical spot. This must be just dramatic when it's wet, but kind of the third technical spot of today, so I'm enjoying that. I was talking to Barry, we're both surprised so far this many miles in. There's no river crossings. Now, I know there's going to be plenty ahead of us. I'm just not used to doing a backcountry discovery route this far, at least up here on the East Coast, without a ton of river crossings. So I guess I'll enjoy it for now and feel the pain and pleasure a little bit later. Let's see where this takes us. We should be down in Hot Springs shortly after this, because now the mileage is kind of matching up. I feel if this gets wet at all, it's going to be crazy. So if I cut off this camera, I'm probably going to miss some crazy muck and fuss, but I'll bring you back. This reminds me of the water puddle I fell into. Don't know what I'm referring to, check out my Chattahoochee SEBDR video. Last time I saw something like this, it ended up being about as deep as my bike. So I'm gonna try to stay out of that guy. Literally dumped into one a little smaller than that, but the water went over my legs. I am not kidding around. I'm lucky I got out of it. I was riding solo on that trip. I knew if I cut the camera off, we'd see some muck and fuss. All right, we will see you in Hot Springs. I don't know if you hear it through the helmet here, but we pulled over for a water break, a little forest restroom break, you know what I'm talking about. And there's a really weird whine out here. It sounds like a locust that never dies, like never winds down. It's something machinery, I think. Can you hear that? I don't know. That track got super crazy on the down, so that was a ton of fun, picking lines. A lot more mud came, but nothing too crazy. Oh. Been a good day, man. Been a fantastic day. 2 days, great weather. It's almost like I'm not with.
I know. What's going on, man? I wanted to...
Let's see if we can get into Hot Springs. Like I said, I'd be in Hot Springs again.
This is your Gaia?
Gaia on the Carpy ride. That's Rever right there.
Okay.
Let's figure this map out and figure out our hot coffee spot and see if any more craziness here. Hopefully this ain't the start of like The Living Dead or
get
yeah,
whatever that movie is.
Can't think of it right now. Deliverance.
Deliverance. Oh yeah.
Hopefully you see us in Hot Springs if you don't send help. So this here obviously was the highway and washed out by the water. The water took over. This is his normal channel. It's on the other side. It destroyed this entire highway. Super crazy. This is like the second to fourth water we've seen road washed out on this little track right here, man. I mean, this is its natural bank. See how much lower that water is than this road, and it broke everything out. I don't know if the trees are going to clear enough, but there is a debris field on the opposite side that looks like craziness. I know this isn't coming out, but there are just dead bush trees that whole way. I'm glad they got this road back up and running. That entire field over there. What do we have here? This is so weird to see. I mean, this whole area has just been destroyed. I'm sure, is this just saying one lane road? One lane road ahead, we know. Oh my gosh. Still in cleanup. 9 months later, all of these guys put so much work in. Our Zoomy is back. This guy is super crazy. He is just rocking in the free world. Oh man, I'm glad their cabin made it, or that was already built and replaced. We've seen a lot of brand new places up. Holy smokes. That whole area, see the debris. This is what I've been driving by that whole time. It's just constant debris over there. It's a river channel. I've driven this before, 3 or 4 times as wide. This is just crazy. All of those trees, and the channel now, the water's on the opposite side. Wow. Sheer craziness. I know I keep saying that, but just to see this, I've been to these places before, not on motorcycle, but on cars and vacations and such. And I mean, look at all the work they've done here. I'm sure that's Army Corps of Engineers and a bunch of different people in there. Just good for them. Huge mountain range behind you, but twisted and turned too many times. I don't know if we're still looking at the Appalachians or not, or the actual Appalachian Trail, but this water channel is humongous. Ton of debris fields up there. Still to this day, I mean, look how dirty that water is. It's still just crazy. Trees down inside. I want to say, guys, this is just like it is. Wow. I've seen so much of this machinery saw back there constantly on every road. You can see trees down on the railroad tracks. I wonder how long that take to clean. I didn't even think about that rail trail. Like moving goods on the railroad must have been down for a long time as well. I presume that these railroad companies kind of have their own stuff as far as for cleanup and process. I don't know. Wow. All right, just wanted to bring you back to show you that, man. It just hits my heart. This is super, super crazy to see in person. I used to know this town like the back of my hand. I just don't know what is or isn't open. All these buildings washed out. This lost its basement and everything. I think there's a coffee shop up the hill, and there's a restaurant down here. What's your flavor? Perfect. Great. This is one of the best coffee shops out here in the mountains. Really, really good stuff. Sounds like their entire building downtown got washed away and everything, but it does sound like they're going to start rebuilding it. The floors and everything, the water took everything away. And they think they should be back downtown in a 1-year anniversary by next year. So really nice to hear a successful story. They're getting down there downtown. Yeah, it's right on the creek that comes through downtown. Really hit this town hard. But Hot Springs is a great trail town for the Appalachian Trail. For a lot, I'm glad they brought the BDR through here. So I have a coffee, little snack. This coffee's gonna hit the spot. We're both dragging a little bit today for some reason, so it is gonna hit the spot. Artisan Gathering Cafe. Amazing drink.
We're gonna go find a can. Are we? Yeah, you want to find a can?
It's 3, so we can maybe have that talk over coffee.
Yeah.
Surprise everybody with our answer.
Right.
To say that hit the spot is an understatement. Still absolutely amazing. Everything I remember from 2019.
I'm gonna try to give back. We're thinking about doing 2 sections today, because the next section is shorts, but I do want to stop at Max Patch if possible. And we're kind of both drained after all the wind and everything last night. We not have slept the best. So we're gonna see if we can find anything open. You can still hear all the rain and the wind. Let's see if we can find anything open. We're gonna stop at the wellness center because this area was hit hard. A lot of the campgrounds are closed. A lot of the B&Bs are closed because of all the damage. A lot of downtown is swept away. So see what we can hit, see what we can find. Hopefully chill out, maybe have craft beer tonight, and I'll keep you updated. Send us to the welcome center. Let's see what is open around here.
Bees and that sort of type of thing, because even the spa's not fully back open yet.
Oh, really? Well, Iron Horse reopened, do you know? Such a
I would
cool
say
spot.
probably maybe like a year or so. They really got hurt. But you can also, if you want, go to hotspringsnc.org.
Okay.
Too, we'll have a list of all the local, like all the places where you can stay in town.
Okay, we'll check it out. I think those should be pretty good. It's such a different town.
Yeah, it's gonna look differently. Not everything's back to how it was, but yeah, no, there's still stuff.
All right,
it's just mainly like anything that was like right at Spring Creek.
Yeah.
Got demolished, but everything else is okay.
All right, I think we found home for the night. A lot of these businesses, like that right there, the whole basement came out. The hardware store and the gear store, which was right over here, the basements came out and the building sunk. Just super crazy. Now, Iron Horse, which is a really neat place in Hot Springs, is still rebuilding, and that's this really cool lodge right here with that their floor caved in and everything got a little crazy. Let's see, looks like we are here. Hopefully we can get something in here, take care of us for the night, kick back, relax, get some showers done, go to the brewery.
It worked out. Their phone lines and everything are down. Everything's down off of Helene. So got connected with them. We're gonna do 2468. Yeah. I might be able to remember that. Let's go check it out. This is our home for the night. It's gonna feel good. Nice and clean. This is clean, man. They probably just remodeled them all because of the flood.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, looks really nice. That's the enemy right there. That river came up, I think 37 feet in town is what I'm hearing. Washed out basements, everything. You can see these buildings have been redone. We came through with a vengeance, man. It's nice to have a home for the night. It's been a really good day. Challenging gravel, fun twisties, like I say it every day, but super fun twisties. You're gonna get out of the motorcycle gear, get in gear, show you a little a hiker, ATA hiker opened a craft brewery, surprise, surprise. So we're gonna go get a craft brew and go from there. Let me get in my shoes and I'll be back. Got all settled in. We're down to Hot Springs, the place we're staying. She was saying she's got a bunch of like cottages. She lost 3 of them. One ended up underneath the bridge over here. Her house, her daughter's house, her outbuildings, the gazebo, whole bunch of stuff. This is kind of crazy here. All of these buildings. These old buildings, crazy enough, actually right downtown had basements. So the ones that did, the water came in, couldn't escape, started swirling, she said, and took all the flooring, everything out. They've just started rebuilding this, like just did, he said. And they expect to hope about 18 months to have it back up and running. All this downtown area is just super crazy. Big Pillow Brewing, downtown Hot Springs for the win. Show you my flight. Got a hazy IPA because you know how I run. Got a red Irish ale, Czech Pilsner, don't really know what that is, and a Mexican lager.
Kind of excited for all those. Super happy to see that they're back up and running. They even have their restaurant open again. They had a festival here, kind of like a trail days, like a hot springs trail days. Try to bring some people down, try to raise some money as well. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend it. Super cool town. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere and really not too far from anywhere over here. So recommend it. I'm going to dive into these. We'll probably check out the pizza shop that just back and reopened, guys. Super cool to be in Hot Springs again. Pizzeria on Main Street, and I don't know how, is reopened because every other building is still just beat up and down. So happy to see somebody's open. Let's give them some love and give them a little bit of money. This is going to be super awesome. Pepperoni sausage, Alfredo base. We'll see. Barry's kind of rock and rolling there. Sounds delicious. Let's dive in. And this is cool. This spot right here, let me turn you around, is the actual footing. That's the Appalachian Trail. So back behind us, the AT runs into this town, cuts directly through it across that bridge we came into town on, and then hops back up into mountain range. Crazy little town. I can't wait till they're rebuilt. Real nice community. So this comes through. I'll throw a picture in here as well, but kind of a good reference. This building right over here, that's what we're at, the hardware store. It looks like they're going to reopen 2025. The water's nearly to its roof. And that entire flooding that covered most of the building in this town, all the way up to the railroad tracks, is this little creek right here. That's the danger zone. That little guy came all the way up. Unbelievable. Sheer craziness, man. This town's been through hell. Pizza was fantastic. The beer was fantastic. I know I've said this 9 times. I love Hot Springs. Guys, I want to thank you for coming along for the video today. Probably getting long already because this was just a ton of fun today. Thanks for joining the adventure. Thanks for joining day 2 of the Southeast Backcountry Discovery Route, the Southeast BDR. We'll be back tomorrow for day 3. Should be just as fun. Don't forget to hit that little like button down there. It helps all these crazy YouTube algorithms. Don't forget, whatever you're passionate about, find time to do it. Live your adventure, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.